Welcome, everybody, to the Saturday night show, the big improv show, The Unusuals. Tonight, and tonight only, is just Ben Yates and myself, Stephanie Singer. To get us started, I'd like to have a word chatted in, and we're going to base our whole set on that one word. Let me see what we got here. Oh, uh, debut, debut, debut. Yeah, it's a debut. Okay. Viola, excellent work, beautiful. But I want on the intro to the final melody a little bit more, a little, just a little bit more intensity on that with the strings.
Okay.
Thank you.
So vibrato.
Verbato, yes, Verbato Capodipato,
mm,
Italian.
um,
After all, it's an Italian symphony.
okay,
Viola.
so vibrato serpato.
Yes, I think that's what Piccolini would have wanted. I've studied Piccolino.
Oh, oh, you started. I thought you said Piccolini to start with.
Well, that's the thing about Piccolini. He often read by Viola. Viola. I'm serious. You're such a sweet young gal. And anyway, Piccolino, Piccolino. What a master. Just the anyway. So you get what I'm driving at, though. And the rest of you people, fine, great job. Just a little bit on that part with Viola.
I think point taken because Piccolini was a master on the piccolo, and
Yes.
he did do a certain. It was a special vibrato, wasn't it? It was. Is that what you're saying? That was vibrato serpata?
Yes. Primo Rigatano. Yeah, the Rigatano. It's I want everything Rigatano up until that point. Rigatano, Rigatano.
Oh,
You know,
oh, yes. Okay,
closure.
I'm getting it now. I'm getting it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
The trumpets are going to go down.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank God.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys, you're great, but yeah.
There, that one, the new guy from Sac State. Talented but loud. Okay, great.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, no.
I will. It's a shame that there's no other cellists. So when do you say we're picking up another cellist? There's supposed to be three, right?
they well, three actually they're coming as a trio, a team. I've never encountered that before, but they want to come as a team. So if you hire one, you have to hire the other two. It makes it very awkward. But if they're that good, I'll replace Jane Feinberg and Albert Schwartz. So I'll just have to replace them. Pretty good.
Okay.
It's how the symphony works.
Sure. No, I just feel like I'm doing my part in the violin section, of course, but it's just nice to have some friendly strings, backing us up.
Friendly strings, yeah.
Strings are so friendly, warm.
That reminds me of. Did you ever hear the Friendly Strings when they were back in the '60s when they played? God, they were great. What a great entertainment. Friendly
Uh,
Strings in 1969.
Boom, 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 doom, 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 doom,
Left
doom,
my
doom,
heart in
doom,
Santa Fe.
doom, doom,
And it was a fine, fine day.
fun, fun day. Doom, 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 doom.
Loved all those fellow guys,
Fellow guys, fellow guys.
fellow guys hanging out in
Doom, doom,
Santa
doom.
Fe,
Santa Fe,
Santa Fe.
Santa Fe,
Say, Bob,
Santa. What is it, Charlie?
uh,
Doom, doom.
that reminds you of the time that you took that sailing trip down to Jamaica.
Boy, did I see things I shouldn't have seen.
Oh my goodness. Old Jamaica. Jamaica town was where I born.
Doom, doo, 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 doo.
Bongos, baby, bongos. Jamaica town was a very fine,
Very fine, very
very,
fine.
very fine Jamaica town.
Jamaica town
He
on the
wore a crown,
forest ground. Mm-hmm. Doo, doo,
saw
doo.
the clown.
Cut forward. Oh yeah, they sound amazing. A little before my time,
Oh yeah, yeah, no, that would have been that was my time. Yeah,
but they
time
you
of the
say
sun.
you say they were all strings except for the bongo.
Yeah, the bongo.
That's kind of my point, is that strings should be the focus, and you don't need much else, like a tiny bit of percussion, you're done.
Agreed, agreed.
Yeah.
And that's why you're first violin, and that's why you're, the second in command here. First violin, maestro, conductor, and then first violin, viola.
Yeah, of course, Maestro, of course, of course.
Um,
No, it's an honor and a privilege. Um, and I've got this the vibrato Parada switch. Makes sense.
how much do you really know about Piccolino? Do you know
Um,
much about?
I really only know Piccolini, just from my childhood. He did all the childhood piccolo, all the kids songs, nursery rhymes, that kind of thing. He did the wonderful, of course, animated. He was in the animated film. Maybe this is it's kind of after your time, but he did the beautiful um, animated Pied Piper film.
Hey, there's the guy I was telling you about, kids. The guy with the nice music. Come on, kids.
Yes, rats too, rats too. Lemmings too, lemmings. Cut forward. Oh, wow. And but that's the Roboto. I thought you'd heard of them since I mentioned his Roboto skills were.
Yes.
Piccolino, I'm been afraid to go down that rabbit hole.
Tragedy, tragedy, tragedy. What a life that Lino had. He only wrote three symphonies, you know.
Three
Number
very,
one,
from what I've heard, very, very intense.
one, two, and three. That was his only symphonies, one, two, and three.
Symphonies ones and two and three. Yes.
That's one, two, and three.
Yes. I know the basic outline. Yes. One, two,
Yes.
three.
And number three was only performed once in I believe it was in a winter in Moscow in 1917.
Hmm. Now wait, didn't he also do his own death? Um, he also did his own death. Um, what's it called?
Dirge, you
Death
mean the
dirge. He
dirge?
did his own death dirge.
Yeah.
But I guess that wasn't written down. It was just he had forced his nephew to learn his death dirge.
Cut to nephew and Piccolino.
Oh, but I barely know how to play, Uncle.
You must, my nephew, you must memorize the tune I'm going to give you. I don't have much time.
But I've never even seen a clarinet until today.
Pick it up. That's right. Turn it around. It's the other end.
Oh,
That's right. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Put it in your mouth and hum a little bit. Hum, just hum.
um,
Mm, they're natural. They're natural. And
what's the tune again, Uncle?
it goes like this. Dun, 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 dun,
Uh,
dun, dun,
uh,
dun, dun, dun,
uh,
dun, dun,
uh,
dun.
uh,
Piccolino,
uh,
Piccolino, dun, 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 dun. But just that, just keep doing that over and over again. That's the, see what I mean? Powerful that is, as you can see, the horses carrying the entourage, and it just that one thing with the horses.
Well, I'll have to learn how to hold that up for 16 minutes, Uncle.
I think you can do it. You're a natural with the clarinet.
Cut forward. Yeah, I guess music really is genetic.
I know. Well, yes, your family certainly is proof of that.
Well, true. But then again, I spent so much time around my parents, but growing up with my mom playing the harp, let me tell you, it was a gift, absolute gift.
Heavenly, heavenly, just
The tu
heavenly.
the tuba, strange combo. Just the two of them playing tuba and harp. It's just
But your father was a master of the tuba, probably the best ever in the Tuba Hall of Fame.
I was forced to play a violin, essentially. We needed somebody in the middle.
It was a great choice. But you worked hard, and you make it sing. You make the violin talk, but more than talk, sing in a poetry of sound that
Mm.
is delightful.
You know who really inspired me?
What?
My mom used to listen to these records. Captain and Tennille. Mm. Captain
A
could
genius.
literally make his guitar talk or sing.
Genius.
And I thought, wow, so I'm glad you picked up on my little secret. I like to so far I've just been sneaking in signature words of yours into each piece.
What brilliance. The captain and Neil, it's just brilliant. Cut the captain and Neil.
Do 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 do. Mama, 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 muskrat love, muskrat love, muskrat love. Brody bounce, a muskrat love, lover, lover, lover. Gotta have my muskrat love. Cut forward. Oh yes, very fond memories. Um, so let me get going. I want to go through my process. What I'm
Yes.
going to do is I'm going to drop everything you said, let it go.
Yeah.
I'm going to let it percolate inside.
Right.
And then I'm going to come back to it.
Right.
Um, and there's usually some chocolate involved and champagne.
Oh, yes. Please, anything, we'll order it. Should I get it for the whole orchestra or just for
No,
you?
no, no. I'm gonna go to my room. I'm gonna go to my room.
Please.
Um, if you'd like to join me, for a midnight walk.
A midnight walk
Well, if you want to, I'll be in the on the promenade on the on the roof.
on the roof on the
I like to take the moon. The moon's out. It's very few clouds.
probably, yeah. Yes, yes. I could use to clear my head too. I just have to take care of a little bit of some business first with the manager.
Okay. Cut to the maestro speaking to the manager. What do you mean you don't have the money?
This orchestra is arguably the best collection of musicians ever assembled in the history of mankind.
No, great. I'll take your word for that. I'll take your word for that.
They need to be paid accordingly.
Yeah, but there's just the question of the deposit because your horn section. I heard what happened in Boston. Your horn section tore up the joint. They tore up the joint over there, and it's just not part of that's just not part of the paycheck for the orchestra. So unfortunately, that's how it is. You want to rein in your horn section, I think, um, so that everyone gets paid. And I'm sure you want to keep making money. Um, you know, I mean, you don't want the Cleveland Philharmonic to go away, do you?
Um, well, you know that Dale Riedler, loose cannon, and he always has been. He's a genius with the trumpet, but every once in a while he reverts back to his Dixieland roots.
Yeah, Dixieland.
You can't control the vibrato regato.
Yeah, you know what? I
It caused a riot. I understand it caused a riot. People were screaming, "That's not a vibrato
gotta
regato."
tell you what. If you I'll make a deal with you. If you get rid of that guy, what's his name again?
Dale Riedler.
Dale Riedler. Yeah, if you get rid of Dale Riedler, send him back to jazz. Say, you know what? You're perfect for jazz. I don't care what you tell him. It sounds like he's perfect for jazz. He belongs in some club where he can tear the walls down and they're going to love it.
We'll talk to him. I will talk to him. He's very, very eccentric and sensitive, but I will talk to him because the orchestra, the symphony comes first.
As
Cut
long
to
as Dale Riedler's around, I need a deposit.
cut to Riedler and the maestro.
What is it? Oh, okay.
Oh, Dale,
What do you want, Krantz? This is my room, man. I mean, this is off hours.
you're right. It is, and I thank you so much. Your housekeeper let me in. Very sweet woman.
Okay, I'll have to have a talk with her. She was supposed to be here doing me a couple other favors, but
Dale,
you don't see her doing
Dale,
that, do you?
Dale, Dale, Dale. I have
Drink. Look how
some,
stiff you are. Krantz, you're as stiff as a board. You're about to say something you're going to regret. I just know it. I can feel it. I have a sixth sense for these things. Let's get your ass in here. Get your ass out. Close the door. Get your ass out of the cold.
if you
You know
don't
what you
mind,
need?
I'll take off my overcoat.
There you go. Relax a little bit. Come on in. Come over here. I got my own little wet bar. What you need is a little Chivas.
Yes, sounds good.
Ding, ding. There you go, Krantz.
Well, I want to ask you something, Dale.
All right.
Have you ever hunted a walrus with nothing but a pocket knife? Have you?
Walrus with a pocket knife. Why would you even? A walrus weighs 4,000 pounds
Yes.
and has like 14-inch tusks.
Yes.
You would not hunt one with a pocket knife. You wouldn't do it unless
Unless,
unless your best buddy dared you to do it.
that's right.
You know, and I was dared. Let me just tell you, I was dared. And I don't turn down a dare, Krantz. I don't turn one down.
Dale, you're legendary. Your exploits are legendary. I have a request for you, Dale. It's kind of a make or break moment. I'm going to be completely honest with you.
Oh God. Oh God. You stick twirlers are so dramatic.
We have to be to bring out the passion of great works.
Okay.
Here's the deal. It's just going to be straight up for you, just straightforward.
Getting
The
late. Hey Rosita, how about that massage? Conk. Damn it. You interrupted our rhythm, Krantz.
well, I know how important rhythm is to you, and it is to me too. So let me just cut to the chase here. In the piccolino, the legato vibrato, your trumpet is overpowering the violin section. I want the violins to be here, the strong point there. And I've told you this before. You caused a riot in Cleveland. So to make our break, either you tone down that section. I'm going to have to replace you with. I'm not going to like this. I have to replace you with Robert Geisberger from Berlin.
Geisberger
Yes,
is a whack job, okay? You
I
don't
know.
want this guy, he has a broomstick up his ass. Okay.
I
Listen,
know.
you wanted to we got the audience to react in Boston. Okay, I thought that's what we were paid for.
Yes, it was a amazing moment of symphony. It was an amazing moment of music. It was, but the guys that pay the bills don't want that. They want the strict interpretation
Yeah.
of Piccolini.
Wait a minute, Piccolini or Piccolino? We're doing the Piccolino tomorrow night, right?
Yes, that's right.
Uh, Piccolini I can do in my sleep. You know, my daughter can do it in her sleep.
Everybody can. Even Leonard Bernstein could do it. The hack.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be a little beyond Leonard Bernstein. um,
Saying.
Damn it! It's always
So,
about the money, isn't it?
yeah, it's about the money because the theater elite, the symphony goers, the people with the season ticket holders to the symphony. These are the rich, rich, rich people, and they know this stuff by heart, and that's what they want to hear. They want it to be catered to their sweet sensibilities of what they understand and what they've known all their lives, and it reinforces their position in the society. Don't you understand that? Anything different is a rebellion.
I hate producers. I hate them.
Me too.
And I appreciate how hard this is for you to act as a go-between.
Mm.
Nice.
And there's something else.
Oh,
Yes, yes. Viola. I think that you've been a bad influence on her. Yes, you've been a bad influence on her. She's a young, sweet, innocent sort of.
wait, who's this again?
Viola, you know who I'm talking about.
Viola.
Corrupting her.
And she was supposed to be the one giving me a massage tonight. I mean, that was my vision. But that woman is just, what is it? She comes out of Juilliard.
Yes. Her family history with the the tuba.
Gets a master's at Yale.
Yes.
Gets a doctorate at Oxford.
Yes.
Just play your goddamn fiddle, okay? I mean, geez, it doesn't take a degree to play a fiddle. It takes practice. I mean, I don't have any degrees, right? How many degrees do I have?
No, you
Single degree.
You learned the hard way growing up on the streets of New Orleans.
Straight out of 8th grade here. Straight out of 8th grade. Come on.
Yeah, you were on the streets of New Orleans. You're a street urchin. You learned it the hard way.
Man, I mean, you haven't even seen me tap yet. I mean, I didn't even bust out tap dancing in Boston. I mean, I can drive them wild, Kratz.
But you're digressing.
Am I?
Yes, I'm
Viola, take her under my wing.
No,
I'll marry her. I'll marry her. You want me to marry her?
Will you do that?
Well, I mean, she won't even let me get close to her right now. I mean, she's so refined, I think is the word. She's smart. She's smart. She's refined.
And she's the best violin player that I've ever heard.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. And that's why she's second. That's why someday I'm going to write a symphony with the trombone.
Trombone?
Yes.
Okay. Just a trombone?
I was pulling your leg. Of course, I meant the trumpet.
Okay. Woo. Well, I mean, it'd be a marching band sort of symphony, but trombones are.
No.
I was thinking I could. I have sat in and done trombone a couple of times. I can fake it.
I don't allow trombone. I don't allow trombones in my orchestra.
Yeah. No. I remember that first day when
they tried to force it on me, and I took the trombone and I bent it around Neil Gridley's neck, and I said,
"Yeah, that wasn't me. I don't even remember. That wasn't me. That was Helsinki."
Oh,
cut back to the moment. All I was saying, Maestro, all I was saying was that we need to have a little more trombone in this piece.
Cut to Viola and her father's tuba.
Dad, it's dinner time. Weren't you going to come into dinner?
Yeah, just let me put this.
Okay.
Wow, that Mom tells me you got into, yeah, you got into Harvard. That's pretty nice.
It was Yale, Dad.
Oh, Yale. Is it Yale?
Yale for my master's.
Huge.
Yeah. Did you
It's
want me
huge.
to? Do you need someone to play melody?
Well, I'm working on this. I'm working on a, yeah, it's a silly thing. It's a kid's show. I'm just doing the tuba thing for, the kids.
Oh, dooba
But I'll be
dooba.
back up
Oh,
there. I'll be
oh,
back up there
it
in a
sounds
little.
like Piccolini.
Huh, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Is that Piccolini? Do
It's
do do
yeah,
do do
it's
do 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 do
right.
do 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 do.
Da,
Yeah.
da, 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 da,
Yeah.
da, da,
Dun, 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 dun,
da,
dun, 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 dun.
da. Yeah.
And then you've got boom 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 boom. Yeah. And mom has doodle doo doo doodle doo doo doodle doo 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 doodle doo 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 doo.
Well, honey, when you get to Yale,
Yes.
I want you to remember to keep practicing on the violin.
Oh, Dad, I'm there for violin, so it'd be kind of hard to not unless I dropped out, unless I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna take the LSD. But LSD is old. I mean, it's a joke, Dad. They don't even do LSD. It's like
I know.
it's not even a thing anymore, you know. But if it's ayahuasca, if I'm converted by ayahuasca or something, I mean, could
I
happen.
don't know what you're talking about,
I
but
just don't foresee it.
I don't have any idea of what you're talking about.
Okay,
You know, I
okay,
don't know
it's
what
all
that
good.
stuff means. That you kids, I don't know. It's just you
Yeah,
get
all good.
anyway. Yale, huh? Uh, and it looks like she says a full scholarship.
Yeah, full
That's
scholarship.
handy. That's handy because I wanted to, fix up the den, new, well, actually expand the den a little bit. It's going to
Okay,
cost.
well, there's sure. Well, I mean, you're still covering my student loan, though, right? From
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, that's not a problem.
yeah, sure.
It's
So
not a
anyway,
problem at
that's
all.
not going away right away
No, no. No,
until I
your mom's
until I
been
land a
complaining.
job with, you know. I mean, my dream is to be be in the Cleveland Philharmonic. So until I land that job,
Well, good luck with that. Well, I, uh, I never made it that far, and I sure hope that you do.
oh, and Dad, I mean, come
I
on.
did some. My big deal, as you remember, I did those yellow kids records for Disney. I did a bunch of those. Oh, it's fun.
Yeah,
Ain't much, but we had fun doing it in those days.
those were fun. Those were fun. I remember. Yeah. Um, well, I mean, it's just a matter of, Dad. I mean, you want to support your family. There's nothing wrong with that. You made a choice.
I did.
If you could have left mom behind and me behind, then
No, I'd never do
could
that.
I know, but you
No,
could have,
no, that'd be
and you
mean.
could have done anything. You could have done anything. Um,
Well, I was a pretty good tuba
um,
player.
I mean, they did invite you to be in the Dixieland jazz band in Disneyland, but you turned it down because
Well, yeah.
it
Yeah, I
wasn't.
didn't want to be away from you and mom. I just
Yeah,
it's a gig. You had to work till like 9 o'clock at night. Woo! That's not right for me. I
yeah,
like to get home and around 5 or so, and have dinner with you and mom and kick back and watch television, or maybe have a game of Boggle or something like that with you guys. And that I'm not that big on those late night things. That Disneyland is
sure,
a little bit too, what I'm saying,
sure,
too active
yeah,
for me.
sure. I'll leave you to it, Dad. Whatever you're working on.
Yeah.
Oh, the Piccolini-ish. What are you doing? I'm gonna finish dinner with mom.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just working on it here.
All right, don't stay up too late.
Oh no, I'm going to stack at 9 p.m. That's
I'll
me.
bring I'll bring you a little bowl after dinner. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Just,
Cut to dinner with Viola and her mom. He's doing a thing. I think he kind of was doing some Piccolini, but I think he's writing his tuba opera.
That's sweet, honey. Well, let Dad do what Dad does. He loves you so much.
Oh, Mom, this looks so delicious. I loved herb potatoes.
Hmm. I know.
Um,
Pass the milk.
yep. So, Mom, you don't regret you don't regret maybe you do. When you got pregnant, you had to give up your spot at New York Philharmonic.
I did. I did. Yeah. I think about it. I think about what coulda, woulda, shoulda type thing, but I'm I like my life. I like my life. I like raising you. I liked going to PTA. I loved the birthday parties, backyard neighbors, and your dad was always so cute. Well, when he had that gig in Disneyland, we got to spend some time there and got to meet Mr. Disney too. No, I'm happy with this. I'm just
That
glad
is,
we picked up the musical gene, and you're going to be the one that goes with it.
I know, but it just feels weird that my parents are at least as talented as I am, and
Oh shh,
you didn't get the same shot at a career.
oh shh, that's silly. We're just happy as two peas in a pod, three peas in a pod, but soon two, because you're going to go off to Yale. Oh, that's going to be exciting.
Yeah, I wonder. Well, it seems like I should just play music now. Like, why do I need another degree?
Well, honey, I don't think you do. I think you're really great. And my my long, long time ago, just totally, water under the bridge, all that stuff. But well, you knew that I had a thing with Krantz. I mean, you knew about that before I met your dad, of course.
Krantz,
Yeah,
Krantz, Krantz, Krantz.
the great maestro, symphony
Oh,
conductor.
oh, maestro.
Yeah, that Krantz. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
Cleveland, Cleveland,
yeah.
Cleveland. Yeah.
Um, so if you want me to put, well, your dad totally knows all about it and he's okay with it, but we correspond, like every once in a while and uh, likes me, but your dad is fine. But I could put in a good word for you if you want to try out.
I do. And I want to make sure I can't possibly be turned down. So I'm going to do a couple more degrees, I think, Mom, and just
Oh, honey, really?
yeah, I want to be irrefutable. It's just going to be impossible to not hire me. That's where I want to be.
Well, you know best. You know best.
So, can I get some more peas?
Yeah.
Just wonderful, wonderful. Snow peas and spiced red potatoes, Mom. You know how to do a send off.
Pass me another glass of milk.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Uh, by the way, I don't know if Dad's gonna eat tonight. So thought I'd take him a bowl of probably potatoes and gravy.
Yeah, you go right ahead. I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go watch that show that I like. What's the name of that show now? The one I like, with the dancers and the singers and they choose somebody.
It's Piccolini Escapade.
That's the one. Fun night.
Night, Mom.
Don't forget to get a good night's sleep. Night, honey.
Cut to Dale and Maestro.
Well,
Well, I know.
well,
Sorry, it's early for both of us. Krantz. Sorry. But I had a dream, and uh, in the dream, I was considering what you talked about last night when you stopped by my room, and of course, I would never do this in real life, but in my dream, I was considering what you had to say, and in the dream, I said, "Fuck no." So I'm here to say, "Fuck no." You know, Dale. Dale Reedler does what Dale Reedler does, and and I've got a contract. You'd have to give me a hell of a stipend if you terminated my contract. Uh, Boy, I don't really want a stipend. I want to play. You know, I want to create a riot in every city I go into. That's what I want.
I appreciate that. That's what creativity in music is really all about, but I can't allow it because I have other obligations and I have commitment management. And the management wants you either to conform or to leave, and they'll buy you out in a second.
Will they?
Oh, yes.
They'll buy me out.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. They'll buy me out. You sure?
I'm absolutely sure. We have billionaire patrons that the management is
Okay. Yeah.
concerned with.
Okay. Yeah. 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 Okay. Um, okay, but Viola has to go on a date with me.
Well, that's up to you.
No, no, no. You gotta help me convince her. You gotta say, listen, just give him a chance. Um, you know,
Well, what
um,
about all this other stuff you've had going with her already? That's not, you
no,
know.
no, that's just me. That's all. Like she ignores me, that's all me just, stalking her and that kind of thing. She calls the police on me. She sends me copies of the restraining order. Um,
That doesn't sound good.
just
That's not
one little
something.
date. I mean, just one little, because people can't just say no. They have to I mean, they've gotta feel it deeper. You got to feel that no. I'm okay with a no, but I got to believe it. I have to be considered. Just tell Viola she
Cut
needs
to,
to.
cut to the dating game with the Dale Riedler talking to three prospective dates.
Okay, yeah. So, Bachelorette number one.
Hi,
Uh, how are you? How are you, Cindy?
hi, hi.
Um, Cindy, here's a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Um, why don't you love me already?
Gosh, Dale, that's awful forward of you. But I know a lot about you, and what I know about you is really lovable. But gosh, I think we'd have to have a couple of dates for me to really fall for you.
Huh. Ding. A couple of dates. That's what I need. Cut forward or sideways or whatever it is. That's what gave me the idea.
Well, I'll leave it up to you and Viola.
Okay, so you're not going to help me at all?
What's that?
I don't know if I can give you a yes then. If you don't help me at all, you got to at least put in a word.
Okay.
Just run the idea by her. See what she says.
Okay. Cut to Dale. Cut to Franz and Viola.
Let me get this straight. Let me get this
Mhm.
straight.
Yes, yes.
To avoid the fiasco of Boston, you're asking me to consider, no pressure, going on a date with the instigator of Boston.
Dale Riedler, first trumpet.
First trumpet. Like, how did this guy even get past you to start with?
He's magnificent in many categories, but he's uncontrollable. He's a
I mean,
beast.
I think if he had just left his pants on in Boston, we could have gotten out of there without a fine.
It cost a pretty penny to deal with that. Absolutely. Plus his using the trumpet uh, as a battering ram against the perceived insult of the the French horns. Still paying
Mm,
for that one.
yeah, most musicians at his level really respect their instruments, but he just carelessly goes through them.
You don't know how many hotel rooms we've had to pay for damages for.
You're
Um,
not you're
hotel
not
rooms.
convincing me. I'm not being convinced here, Maestro. What's this thing about a solid no?
Um, well, to outline it to you, management insists that we get rid of Dale. They're willing to pay him off. Dale counter proposes that um, he would stay and conform if you would go on a date with him.
And give him a solid no somehow. What you said.
If you give him a solid no, then yeah, it's game over. I'm
Mm.
just putting it out there for you to decide.
And it has to be before the performance tonight.
Yes.
Damn it. Let's get this over with. Well, this is a nice place, Dale. That's something.
Oh yeah.
I
Only
have I did inform the local PD that their restraining order is on hold for the next 2 hours.
yeah, I noticed that
Yeah, I sent you a copy.
Krantz has his big bully bodyguards out there too. Yeah, no, I see all that. That's fine. It's just you intrigue me because we're really the opposite. I grew up on the streets of New Orleans. Everything I did came spontaneously and outgrowth of my environment. It was catch as catch can. I listened to some great music, and you're the first violin. That's the highest position you can have in orchestra, and you just came in through intellectual like the. I mean, that fascinates me. You actually learned this stuff. You can actually study music. To me, it just comes like in the air.
Um, you're a natural, Dale. Um, I think I may be as well. Hard to say because my parents were both very fluent in music. I was around it so much. I just wanted to make sure. I mean, I was quite good before going off and getting my extra degrees. But I wanted those extra 4 years to perfect. You know, New York called me, San Francisco called me, Toronto called me, Vienna called me. Um, I wanted Cleveland. Um, I wanted my mother had an affinity for Krantz, and I think that came through to me, and I just fell in love with the way that Cleveland does, you know. No one else does Piccolino.
Nobody else would even try. That's Kranz's baby.
Yeah. And tonight, I'd like to if you could honor Piccolino and Krantz. That would be something.
No, I feel the passion. I understand. I'm just confused. I don't get it. I don't get the highbrow stuff. I just don't get it. You just, what is it? What is it? I mean, yeah, I can do it. I can play it. I can play those notes. But Krantz wants me to tone it down when you're doing the regatta, the vibrata. And it sort of goes against my instincts. That's really why I'm here. I just want to know. I want the answer from somebody that knows what the fuck they're talking about. I mean, because I've always operated on instinct. We had just explained to me why I got to be the one to tone it down.
What you do is brilliant. But you're a one-man show, Dale. You're a one-man show, and there's 56 instruments in this orchestra. We need you to respect each and every one of us, and respect, everyone. Everyone has put something into this. The Piccolino and Krantz has his life studying Piccolino, and just it's about. We need to get that you respect. Respect where. Piccolino's life, for example. Respect what he went through and where he came from. It's not about us all the time. There's times for adding our own flavor, our own color. I mean, I don't know if you've noticed, but sometimes I sneak in it's very subtle, but sometimes I sneak in a key word from Maestro. If that week he's talking about peace, remember he says, remember the peace every once in a while. I snuck in peace in Boston, which is ironic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Seeing what ensued, but you think you can just do that, Dale? Just forget about yourself one night, and just just do it for everybody else.
I'm known as the bad boy of music. I'm the bad boy of trumpet, the bad boy. But just one more little question. This Piccolino guy, yeah, I mean, I kind of know about it. I just read the notes. Is there, what is it exactly about Piccolino that makes him tick? I mean, that makes Krantz so spending his life on it. What is it?
When he died young, he had a really overbearing and tempestuous father. And Krantz did as well. I mean, that's Symphony 3 right there. That's why nobody ever touches it. Tempestuo del Pedro. That's the father's angst. It speaks for itself. and it killed him. And, you know, that, you know, it could have liberated him, right? Getting that out on paper, but it's just like Mozart. It was the end of him.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I can relate to that. I can relate to that. I can relate to having a crazy father, all right. And maybe that would be the thing. That would be the thing with me to say to my pop, hey, Pop, look what this character did. He had a dad just as bad as mine. Look what happened to him. He wrote the greatest piece of music ever written. And I'm probably going to play the hell out of it, but I'm going to be quiet in your smart. Yeah, do this.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Sounds like it sounds like you're gonna do what Maestro asked.
Yeah, thanks to you.
Well, this is eye-opening. I didn't realize that you had a father too that can I know from Maestro they can be crushing.
Oh, yeah. That's why I ended up in the streets of New Orleans. Kicked me
Hmm.
out of the house when I was 5. I saw him around town,
Hmm.
always with the gambling, always with the girls, always with you know, the loose women drinking. Yeah, he'd see me once in a while, and all he would do would be, like, "Hey, kid, what's up?" And then he'd be on his way.
Hmm.
But this Piccolino thing, yeah, that's how I'm going to get back. That's exactly how I'm going to get back on him. I'm going to make this thing sing. I'm going to make it work. And it's going to work because of the vibrata regatta on the violin. Yeah.
Hmm. I think that's key. I mean, I think you can play wild until then. I think you can wear your shorts, your tuxedo shorts. Um, those socks, by the way, are brilliant. I love your choice of socks when you do that.
We try Shivas.
Hmm. Not usually with dinner, but give it a go.
Here you go.
Thank you. Um, hmm.
The Krantz and Piccolino.
Piccolino, I'm so impressed that you know that that's the best piece of music ever written. Hmm.
A few things.
You're no dummy, Dale. You're no dummy.